Have you ever wondered if one person can truly make a difference in a world filled with massive challenges like climate change, disease, and poverty? It's easy to feel small, but history and science tell a different story. Real change often begins with a single voice, a single idea, or a single question. Today, young scientists across the globe are proving that age is no barrier to innovation. With creativity, passion, and persistence, they're reshaping how we tackle global problems, turning what once seemed impossible into groundbreaking solutions. And it all starts with the courage to take that first step, to ask the question no one else is asking. Every scientific breakthrough begins with curiosity. It's not about having all the answers, it's about daring to ask questions that others overlook. Many impactful young scientists started their journeys in ordinary places, classrooms, home garages, or small labs. What set them apart wasn't access to fancy resources, but their refusal to ignore problems that mattered. Think of Alexander Fleming, who discovered penicillin by accident, or Marie Curie, whose fascination with invisible rays changed medicine forever. Today's students are following in their footsteps, designing new materials, building sustainable devices, and finding ways to heal our planet. Curiosity is often underestimated, but it's the first spark behind every major shift in history. Let's look at real stories of young scientists making a difference. Gitanjali Rao, a student, developed a portable device to detect lead in drinking water after learning about the Flint water crisis. Her invention not only earned global recognition, but also inspired others to act. Param Jaggi, as a high schooler, created a device that turns car exhaust into oxygen, an idea that continues to influence clean energy discussions. Kiara Nurgan from South Africa used orange peels to create a polymer that fights drought, showing that creativity and persistence can solve big problems, even outside a lab. These stories aren't about fame, they're about impact. Each began with a student who saw a problem and asked, "What can I do?" Making a difference isn't just about intelligence, it's about emotional strength and persistence. Science shows our brains reward problem-solving with dopamine, motivating us to keep going. That's why starting small matters. Whether it's a science fair project, testing a theory, or joining a community challenge, each step builds confidence and curiosity. Failure is part of the process. Many young scientists face setbacks, failed experiments, or skepticism. But failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of it. Every failed test brings you closer to what works. The courage to keep going, even when things don't go as planned, is what separates dreamers from true innovators. One person speaks up, it creates a ripple effect. One idea inspires another, and soon, entire communities start to think differently. Today, young people can share their ideas instantly across the globe through social media, online research communities, and global science competitions. A project started in one country can reach classrooms halfway around the world. This interconnectedness allows ideas to evolve and grow beyond borders. Your voice doesn't have to be the loudest. It just needs to be honest, passionate, and consistent. When combined with science, it becomes a force that can't be ignored. Young changemakers, balancing passion with practicality can be challenging. The scale of global problems can feel overwhelming. That's where purpose comes in, it gives your passion direction. Instead of trying to fix everything, focus on one area that excites you, whether it's sustainability, healthcare, or technology. Progress takes time. Real science isn't always glamorous. It's late nights, failed trials, and persistence when no one's watching. But every small experiment contributes to something bigger. Purpose doesn't just help you make change, it keeps you grounded and motivated when the journey feels long. The power of one voice multiplies. When one student chooses to act, others notice, and that's how movements begin. Young scientists sharing their ideas inspire classrooms, teachers, and even policymakers to think differently. Innovation isn't limited to adults or experts, anyone can cultivate it. Schools play a huge role by encouraging science fairs, research projects, and curiosity-driven learning. When education shifts from memorizing to exploring, young people start to see themselves as capable problem solvers. That's the foundation of real change, and it's how the next generation will continue to shape our world. If you've ever looked at a problem and thought, someone should fix that, maybe that someone is you. Start small, pick a topic that matters to you and research it. See what others have tried and what's still missing. Reach out to mentors, teachers, or online science communities. Innovation is built on collaboration. No one changes the world alone, but every change begins with one person who decides to start. Don't underestimate the power of your own voice. You never know who's listening, or how your idea might spark someone else's imagination. Change doesn't begin with a crowd. It begins with one person brave enough to care. Whether you're developing new technology, studying human health, or simply sharing an idea, your curiosity can make a difference. Every breakthrough, every solution, and every movement started because someone believed they could help. The next great invention might not come from a massive lab. It could come from a student, just like you, who asked the right question at the right time. So the next time you doubt whether one voice matters, remember, Every world-changing idea was once just a whisper that someone refused to silence.